So I'm going to open up Inkscape. To do that, I have this icon here. I also have it pinned to my taskbar. If you don't have those, you can always search for it. So we have a little search bar, and I just type in ink, and it comes up, Inkscape. By the way, that's a really hard word for me to say for some reason, and I want to like. So if you wonder why I say Inkscape, it's because it's the only way I can do it without butchering it. Okay, this is the standard screen you get the first time you open Inkscape, and I don't like it. So we're going to fix it. The first thing I want to talk about is this little rectangle that's here in the middle. This is representative of a sheet of paper that you're going to draw on. If you're going to draw something that's going to be on a page, then you want this little outline so that it helps you understand the scale, the size, whatever. But honestly, for most things, I don't need it. If you need it, leave it. But for most things, I don't. I'm getting rid of it. So I'm going to go to File and choose Document Properties. And this is the properties of this page right here. So notice a few things about it. It is in millimeters. It's set to A4, which is, European standard paper. And it says Show Page Border. Well, if I wanted to keep that border, first thing I want to do is I'm going to change the display units to inches so it's in something I understand, and I'm going to change it to US letter because that's the normal size of a piece of paper that we would be working with. So if I was going to make some document and I wanted to make sure it was all the right scale and it all fit, that I would want this. If I was going to make something a different size, you've got options to pick from here, or you can actually just type in how wide and how tall you want it, and since we changed it to inches, easy peasy. But for right now, and for most things, I don't even want this because really if I'm using Inkscape, it's probably to draw a logo or a diagram or some kind of graphic, and I don't really care about it fitting on a page. The great thing about this is Inkscape is vector software, and vector software is infinitely scalable. So if I draw something that's, 5 inches across and I go to put it in a document, and it needs to be 4 inches across, you just scale it down. It doesn't lose any quality. It's great. So I don't really care about the border, so I'm going to get rid of it. I click the little button right there that says Show Page Border, and it's done. All right, now I don't have to worry about that. Now I'm free to draw, move, whatever, and I don't have to worry about this border being in my way. The second thing I don't like is the actual, I don't like the colors. The white's fine. It's a little too bright on mine, and it's really hard to see some of the icons. So I'm going to fix that. We'll go to Edit, Preferences. Wait for that to load. All right, we want to make sure we're on Interface and Theme. I want to change 2 things here. One of them is I want to click this Use Symbolic Icons. So you're going to notice a change when I do that. It just got rid of all the colors and it basically turned them black. But that makes it way easier for me to see what they are. I don't know, it's got something to do with the screen. If yours looks great and you want the pretty colors, then leave it. It doesn't really matter. If you're having a hard time seeing it, or if you're like me and you want to have the exact same thing in the video you're watching, then use symbolic. Also, I don't like the bright white. It hurts my eyes. So dark theme. I'm kind of a dark theme type person. Again, this has no effect on your actual drawing, but if you want it to match mine, we got it set up. Okay, I also do not like these being down the side. These are our snap tools, and I want them over here. So we're going to go to View and change this to Custom, and it just puts them up here at top. There's nothing wrong with them being down the side, but I want to put some other stuff down the side. So I'm going to go right here. And just if you leave the mouse sitting for a second, it will tell you what it is. This is the line and distribute object. So I'm going to click that, and it's going to put it over here on the right. And this is so I can align things. We'll talk more about that later. I also want this one right here, which is our edit objects, colors, gradients, arrowheads, and other fill and stroke properties. This is our colors. I want that one. Now, everything is set up. We're good to go. Yours should match mine. Some things may be different, and it's going to depend on your resolution. Notice, my head is in the way, but notice I have to scroll to get the align and distribute. Yours, if it's big enough, you won't have to. On my tools, down here at the bottom, there's this little extra arrow that has 3 more tools that don't fit in here. If you have a bigger screen, they're going to fit. So it may not match perfectly, but it should be really close. You're now set up. You could match mine. So when I'm doing stuff and clicking on things, it should look just exactly like mine does right here.